Welcome to the final day for week 3 of Athletes Unlimited Softball.
You know what I feel like? I feel like an FBI agent. Go ball, go ball, and baby! Yes, Alyssa! That's so good! One. Oh, she's out. Hey, hard, stay. There you go. I like that a lot.
Catchy! Oh yeah, TV time.
I love softball.
That's what I'm talking about. Today's game is presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. We are finishing off the long weekend here in Rosemont, Illinois. But folks, we are not done yet. We got microphones everywhere. We're going to have Gwen Svekis wearing a microphone behind home plate. We're going to have the captain, Haley McClenny, wearing a microphone as well. The final game of a busy weekend here in Rosemont, Illinois. Week 3 out of a 5-week season. A little bit of basketball, a little bit of footbag. We've got you all covered here on a Monday evening. And look who's back. TV, Tori Vidalis. All that and more. Hello, everyone. So glad you could join us. This is going to be fun. With my partner, two-time Olympian Danielle Laurie, I am Eric Collins. And folks, we have seen something this weekend that we've never seen before with Athletes Unlimited Softball. The great Kat Osterman has been hittable.
She has. She's struggled a little bit. She's lost 3 in a row. So look for today to be a big game for her to get a little bit more momentum going, a little bit more feels, because she's been struggling just a little bit. Chance
she won't be a captain next week. Let's take a look at Athletes Unlimited Softball, second year of this great venture. We've got 60 of the best players in the world divided up into 4 teams each and every week. The teams change every week. That will make it unique. We will have one individual champion. One of these 60 will be crowned as the best. It's going to be figured out because of the leaderboard and our scoring system that we have.
Well, and looking at Alicia Ocasio, she's been just lights out, as well as Savannah Jaquish, Aaliyah Andrews, and Amanda Chittister in that top 4, but we still have another game to play today, so that leaderboard will change a little bit for sure.
Last year's champion was Kat Osterman. She will get the ball today. She's the captain. She's choosing to start herself.
And I think that's important, especially knowing pitchers. They're going to get 4 points for every single out they record. And at the end of the day, she's one of the best. So she wants to get another game, another opportunity to get a win for her team.
Kat Osterman coming back to Athletes Unlimited to finish off her great career.
Wasn't my goal originally, and so this time though, knowing that the end of my career is coming with the last game of this, I'm here just to have fun, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to be competitive. I'm going to go out and throw to the best of my ability, and if I'm in a position to win, it'll be great. But do I feel pressure to repeat? Absolutely not. If I'm not the champion at the end of this, I won't be hanging my head at all, and I'll probably still be running around in somebody else's confetti.
That's the line of the year, running around in someone else's confetti. That's cool. All right, getting ready to get this one started. We are going to take a look at the starting lineup for Team McClenny. The captain, Haley McClenny. This brought to you by Geico. The Olympian starts herself in center field and will lead the game off, followed by TV Tori Vidalis. This is her first game of the weekend. She's at first base. Ali Aguilar, hot hitter. Erica Piancastelli, Riley Sarton-Vaughn. Abby Ramirez coming off a real good game. Janie Reed, Sasha Palacios, and Michelle Moultrie hitting ninth. Now, Kat Osterman, as a captain, can do what she wants, making all the decisions. She starts herself, her battery mate, Gwen Svekis. Great left side of the infield with Jesse Warren and Shelby Penley. Stewart and Mauga right side with Wiggins, Hayward, and Jackson. In the outfield, left to right. And we are off. Game's first pitch, lifted, foul territory. And it's a harmless foul ball off the bat of Haley McClenny. Well, Kat Osterman wears number 38. That represents her age. She's a 38-year-old.
She's going to throw that drop, one of the best drops by far in the world, low 60s. She's one of those pitchers, does not blow you away with velocity, but blows you away with that spin.
Kat, for so many years, was known for wearing number 8, but here with Athletes Unlimited, wearing number 38 because it represents what you can do playing as a 38-year-old. And you can do a lot. Still among the elite. 2 balls and a strike to McClenny.
I love that
Team McClenny winless so far on the weekend. Lost on Saturday to Team Jaquish, lost yesterday to Team Ocasio. And this game features a whole bunch of Team USA Olympians. This matchup right here, Kat Osterman pitching to Haley McClenny, 2 members of the silver medal winning Team USA over in Tokyo. All right, when we talk about Monday games, we're talking about next week's captains. It looks like the top 4 are kind of solidified. Really, the only 2 people who can jump into the top 4, Haley McClenny and Kat Osterman. You saw the numbers they need to put up. Those would be huge days, but possible. Kat strikes out McClenny, game's first out.
This is such a filthy pitch on the inside part of the plate. Look at that downward rotation. And when Haley McClenny's taking a hack like that, you know that is a pitch she's just completely fooled on.
All right, here is TV Tori Vidalis, her first game of the weekend. Absent Saturday and Sunday, out of market, but didn't cost her a ton. She began this week 4th on the leaderboard. She's only dropped 7 spots. She began the day in the 11th spot out of 60 players. Now, of course, there's been some movement. We had a game earlier today. Team Ocasio and Team Jaquish all getting in their 3rd and final game of the weekend. But now an opportunity for Tori to put some points on the board. A couple of Texans. Kat's from Katy, Texas. Tori Vidalis is from LaPorte, Texas. First weekend of the season, no one was hotter than Tori Vidalis. Couldn't get anything past her. Kat's 2-2. Why do you think Kat has looked hittable here this weekend?
Well, I think she definitely has not been getting the strike zone that she's used to getting. I think the pitcher's been getting pinched a little bit, and when you have to bring the ball a little bit more closer towards the plate, not that it is any easier for a hitter, but they have a little bit more of an advantage against you. And you have to remember, too, these hitters, they know Kat well. Kat's still world class, but there are times where you are going to get hit and you are going to get humbled in this sport and in this league, and you just have to roll with the punches and accept sometimes it's going to happen.
Vidalis, high, deep to left field. Will the ballpark hold her? It will. Longest out possible. Megan Wiggins makes the play with her backside grazing the outfield fence. So a smile for Kat Osterman, one of her 9 lives.
Wiggins as far back as you can go. And she's stoked.
No one has played more outfield here at Parkway Bank Sports Complex than Megan Wiggins. She knew exactly where she was on the field. Here's an Olympian, Ali Aguilar. She's had some tough luck. She's really impressed. She is 6th in stat points out of the 60 players, but she's 34th overall because she hadn't been on the teams that have won. You got to win innings, you got to win games, and that's how you really leapfrog up the standings. She hasn't had that luxury. She's doing her part with a bat in the hands, but she's just not getting the win points. Aguilar on the weekend, 5 hits, 4 of them for extra bases. She's 5 for 8 with 3 doubles and a homer. Yowza.
Team McClenny is a heavy lefty lineup. 6 of their 9 hitters are lefties. And you know when you're facing a Kat Osterman come from the left side, at times it is a little bit of a disadvantage for a lefty hitter.
A couple of strikeouts for Kat Osterman here in the top of the first inning. 1, 2, 3. So we have played 1 scoreless half inning. When we come back, Team Osterman heading to the bat rack. Team McClenny goes 1-2-3 against Kat Osterman. Now it's Team Osterman's opportunity to head to the plate. Well, hey fans, it's time to earn points for watching today's broadcast. Take out your phone, enter the code on your screen into the Athletes Unlimited app to earn points. It's available in the Apple app or Google Play Store. Start earning points to unlock exclusive rewards and stay in the know about Athletes Unlimited. Let's take a look at the lineup card for Kat Osterman. This is brought to you by presenting field partner Geico. Megan Wiggins, veteran, lead things off. She's out in left field. Always started here, make a nice play. Victoria Hayward hitting the 2 spot. Kelsey Stewart, Gwen Svekis. Jesse Warren is the 3rd sacker. Jordan Roberts, the DP. Shelby Penley. Katiana Mauga, tons of power. And Jasmine Jackson hits 9th. Sarah Gronewagen's going to start for a 3rd straight day in the circle. Best to ever come out of White Rock, British Columbia. She'll throw to Sasha Palacios. Riley Sarton-Vaughn, Ali Aguilar. Abby Ramirez, Tori Vidalis, right side of the infield, with 3 Olympians in the outfield. Janie Reed, Haley McClenny, and Erica Piancastelli is actually swapped out for Michelle Moultrie. Those 3 outfielders, all members of Team USA over in Tokyo. And here's a close-up look at Sarah Gronewagen.
And I like that she's getting that 3rd start. I think she struggled a little bit early. We saw her do great things last weekend on that Monday night game. Her and Amber Pfizer combined for no runs and a victory, and that was a big deal, upsetting Kat's team last weekend. So trying to bring that same confidence and that swagger into this Monday night game.
Megan Wiggins, 9 years of pro and National Pro Fast Pitched. Now her 2nd year here with Athletes Unlimited. She was really ahead of her time. Power and speed as a college player at Georgia, playing in the SEC, and continued that as a pro for so many years. Now that's kind of like the prototype. She was one of the first. She did it well. Megan Wiggins, a lot like Ali Aguilar, who we talked about in the top of the 1st inning. Decent season offensively for Megan Wiggins. She's hitting .286. She's got 8 hits so far through her first 8 games, but just hadn't been on teams that have won games. Wiggins sitting 55th out of 60 players on the leaderboard beginning today's action, which is really surprising. On the ground is short. Aguilar throws out Wiggins. First time this season we've seen Aguilar as the shortstop. She'd spent the first couple of weeks at 2nd base. Does a good job over at shortstop. All right, Victoria Hayward. First player to ever commit to Athletes Unlimited. Born in Toronto, raised in California. Two quick strikes.
And both these two played together on Team Canada, know each other really well. Sometimes as a pitcher that can be, you know, challenging going against a hitter that just knows you so well. Sometimes you catch them guessing. I also think in this league you have to evolve a little bit as a pitcher. You have to get out of your comfort zone and you have to throw more pitches than you probably might want to, meaning that last pitch was a drop. We haven't seen her throw that a ton, but just to kind of put it out there and get in the hitter's head.
Into the gap, right center field, it falls. McClenny can't make the play. That'll be a double for Victoria Hayward. Her first hit of the weekend, give her 20 points with a double.
It's a curveball, just slaps that and finds a gap. Lots of speed, obviously gets to two, easy work.
Yeah, that'll make her smile. There's a chance that Hayward tries to steal third. Big benefit being on third with one out. Here's Kelsey Stewart. Breaking ball, called strike one. Stewart's been rock solid. Coming into today, 15th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. 8 hits, 2 homers, batting average of .348. One of the best to ever come out of the Sunflower State. Kansas. Wichita.
Wizard of Oz. That's all I think about when I think of Kansas.
Yes. You can go home again. Inning points on the line. All right, we got a really cool trifecta here. Pitcher, hitter, catcher, all Olympians. Actually straight up the middle of the diamond. You got Team Canada pitching to Team Mexico, Sasho Palacios behind the plate, and Team USA in the left-handed batter's box and Kelsey Stewart. And if you want to continue up the middle of the diamond, you got second runner on second base, Victoria Hayward, Team Canada, and the center fielder behind her, Haley McClenny, Team USA.
And a little shortstop in Ali Aguilar.
Oh my goodness, doesn't end. Three balls and 2 strikes. How much intermingling did you guys have over in Tokyo? You, of course, Team Canada took home a bronze. Did you have time to socialize with anyone else? Were you allowed to? Did you want to?
No.
Did you see people?
We didn't really get much of a chance to do it. I think we were playing it so safe with COVID. You didn't really talk to many people outside of your bubble.
In the air, left field, hit fairly well. Janie Reed makes the play, and that is now 2 down. Janie Reed made arguably the best play defensively in the Olympics. Diving into that left field wall, just a tremendously athletic play by Janie Reed. Here are the numbers. I think Team USA is now up to 10 Olympians. Bubba Nichols just joining Athletes Unlimited this weekend. But you got 7 players from Team Mexico, Team Canada. Add one more, Danielle.
I get a little show me vote because I'm up here in the booth. I'll take it.
Here's Gwen Svekis looking for a 2-out RBI. She's done a lot of that this year. One of the best hitters in the league. .360 batting average, 9 hits and 25 at-bats. Oh, there goes Hayward. Give her 10 points. She steals third base. That is now the 4th steal on the year for Victoria.
She sees that ball down in the zone. Obviously can tell there's a change of speeds. Like I tell you, I think it's almost at times easier to steal third because you're more in a running match with Riley Sarton-Vaughn or Ali Aguilar and just trying to beat them to the base.
Well, now Groenewaggen's going to have to make sure that she doesn't bounce a pitch to Svekis. 2-0. Popped up behind home plate. Well, for those with a discerning eye, when you're looking at Gwen Svekis, you may notice that over her right shoulder, she has got what looks to be a little earpiece. You're not going to want to miss this. She's wearing a microphone and she can hear us during the broadcast. When she puts that earpiece in her ear, she's going to catch Kat Osterman today. And this is going to be a master's class of how to catch an all-time great. Her and Kat communicating and figuring out how they want to go through batters. We're going to listen in for a while. Three balls and a strike. Groenewaggen trying to get back to that dugout unscathed. A 1-out double by Hayward. Hayward has now stolen third base. Five-pitch walk to Svekis. You get 8 points for a walk. So a good start for Gwen. And runners on at first and at third. very similar to yesterday's game, started by Groenewagen against Team Ocasio. She got 2 outs and then was touched up with a 2-out RBI base hit. Jesse Warren, the batter. Hard, off the glove of Sarton Vaughn, and an inning win for Team Osterman. That ball was smoked by Warren, and Sarton Vaughn can't make the play.
And that's the hot corner. I definitely do think that's a play that Sarton Vaughn can make.
So it's going to be 10 inning points for everyone on Team Osterman, but we're going to wait for the official scoring to see how many points Jesse Warren gets and whether or not that's an earned run that goes against Sarah Groenewagen. It's going to be an important ruling. Jordan Roberts, off speed, called strike 1. If they call it a hit, it's a +10 for Jesse Warren, and then it's a -10 for Sarah Groenewagen. They've called it an error. So it's an error, which means it's not a hit for Warren, no points for her, and no negative points for Groenewagen because that run is unearned. And now anything else that happens here in this first inning will be unearned because the inning should be over except for the error.
Keep that in your pocket.
Thank you.
Roberts has been patient this year. She has more walks than hits. That's hard to do when you're hitting .417. She's 5 for 12, but she's got 6 walks. Off-speed pitch way out in front. Groenewagen limits the damage. So, a run scores for Team Osterman. They take the inning points and they lead 1-0.
Can't get enough. No, just can't get enough.
Athletes Unlimited Softball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate.
Good start for Team Osterman. They lead Team McClenny 1-0 as we play the second inning. And we are going to be joined by Gwen Svekis, who is catching right now. She's behind home plate catching Kat Osterman. Gwen, thank you for wearing the microphone and talking to us. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely, guys. Bunch of fun. Everyone always looks at me weird when they hear me talking. Yeah, Kat, here you go. Hi, babe.
Gwen, what's it like finally being able to catch for Kat? I mean, it's been a long time. You caught every time last year, but the first couple weeks you didn't, but you were the first round pick for her.
Yeah, it was weird having a couple-week hiatus, but you know what? It was actually really fun to get a different experience with other players, because last year I felt like we were the only players that really got to settle in this environment. So it was kind of nice to have a chance to play with other people. Hi, babe.
Gwen, I've heard from catchers sometimes, and they say sometimes that catching a pitcher is so easy, you can do it from a rocking chair. Now, obviously, Kat is one of the all-time greatest, but is she easy to catch or not?
When she's on, she's pretty damn easy to catch, because all I got to do is catch it and throw it back, you know? But the fun that we have together is we're pretty good at being on the same page. Here you go. Hey, let me know what you think. Here we go. And getting to play with people like that is really fun. Yeah. Hi, babe.
Hey, Gwen, I got to mention yesterday, I don't know if people at home saw it, but to me, it was one of the plays of the game. Your knowledge of the rule book on a ball that Savannah Jaquish tried to bunt and she double hit. That was incredible.
Yeah, you know what? Next pitch. If it was anyone else in that situation, I might not have fought it as hard as I did, but SJ, to load the bases for Chitty, no thank you. Come to me! Come to me! So what? Next pitch, so what? So I wanted to fight that one really hard. Didn't end up working out for us, but it was a fun inning of a lot of passion. Here we go. Get a lead, you two.
Do you feel like Kat's a pitcher that if you see something that she needs to make an adjustment on, you can just go up and straight up say like, hey, you're not coming off the mound hard enough or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, I actually went up to her before this week started, and because I was watching film from last year and she looked like she was driving off the mound a little bit harder. Nice. And we had a couple really great bullpens, so I'm excited to see her play tonight. We didn't have it the other night. I think there were a lot of factors going into that, but she looks good today, and we're gonna make this happen. Yeah, Kat. Well.
Hey, Gwen, we're gonna leave your microphone open. We're just gonna listen in for a little bit, okay?
Great. Yeah, Kat. Here we go. Yeah, D. Yeah, Jesse, make a play. Yeah, D. Had a baby. Hey, one pitch here. One pitch. Yeah, Kat.
Ball, just a run.
Like it. One pitch. Come to me. Yeah, Kat. No tagging. Got it, baby. Nice job. Got it, babe. We got one here. Hey, you two, get a lead. Get a lead. Yeah, you look good.
Gwen, this is Eric again.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, because I've been such a fan of you as a student of the game. Where did you get such an encyclopedic knowledge of the rule book?
I'm someone who likes having conversations with umpires, and I don't feel like anybody should be having conversations with umpires or maybe getting in their face a little bit if they don't know the rules. So I try to make sure I know them as much as I can. Come to me. Yeah.
Gwen, what would you say is your biggest strength behind the dish as a catcher?
I think I'm a decent pitch caller. I think I'm really good at controlling the energy of an infield. And I think I'm damn good at picking balls in the dirt. Yeah, Kat, you look good. Reset, Kat. Reset.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I got you here. Here we go. Come to me. Got it, baby. Got 2 here. Got Kat.
Gwen, do you guys go over any type of scouting report prior to a game as a pitcher, catcher, battery, and just kind of talk about a game plan?
Yeah, you know, depends on the pitcher. Like yesterday, Odyssey and I walked her through what my thought process was going to be on a lot of the players we were going to face. With Kat, I know that she's calling her own game. I know she's got a lot of knowledge. I know that we connect. Yeah, Wiggs! How we know we connect on things, but I don't feel like I need to do it as much, you know? But younger kids, absolutely. Got to make sure that they understand my thought process behind pitches.
Great job.
Yeah, you guys.
Great job.
Gwen, thank you so much. That was
Thanks,
a master's
Gwen.
class. We appreciate it. We'll be back in a moment. Ten inning points are on the line. Team Osterman already leads Team McClenny 1-0. Bottom of the second inning. Head to auprosports.com to get your Athletes Unlimited gear, and don't forget to follow on social at AU Pro Sports for exclusive inside content. Love the gear. I've actually really always liked that logo, the A and the U kind of on top of each other. Makes sense. This was the first sport, Athletes Unlimited softball. We got it underway about a year ago this time. Subsequently, there's been Athletes Unlimited volleyball, Athletes Unlimited lacrosse. Fun stuff. Sarah Gronewagen gave up an unearned run in the first inning. Unearned run, of course, still counts. And inning win still counts, but it doesn't go as a negative 10 points for Sarah Gronewagen. Right-hander facing Shelby Penley, then Katiana Mauga and Jasmine Jackson. Shelby Penley from the land of enchantment, New Mexico. From Albuquerque. Won't ask you to spell it.
I can spell Breaking Bad, though.
Oh, man, wonderful stuff.
Walter White.
Ball and 2 strikes to Shelby Penley. She's from Rio Rancho, suburban Albuquerque. Not this first time we've seen her in a couple of weeks while they're in that mask. Into left field, hit well. Janie Reed got a good jump and makes it look routine. Good instincts by Reed out in left field.
Must be nice having the U.S. outfield all back together. That's how they played in the Olympic Games with Janie Reed in left, Haley McClinney in center, and Michelle Moultrie in right. There's nothing like playing with your teammates that you've gone through the grind with. It's just nice to look to your left and right for McClinney and know those are your people.
Well, speaking of Team USA, how good has Amanda Chittister been so far through 3 weeks? Chittister a home run earlier today. She now has 7 homers in 8 games. It's always apropos to talk about home runs when Katiana Mauga is batting. Second all-time Division I softball in homers. 92 long balls as an Arizona Wildcat.
Yeah, Contigo 4-5.
And she never just had like some crazy season where she put up 40. She just consistent for 4 years, putting up numbers for Mike Candrea in the desert. Power on power there.
As a pitcher, these monster hacks just like get me going in the circle. Knowing how bad she just wanted to take you deep on that pitch and just hacks right through it.
Off-speed pitch, Aguilar. Perfect strike across the diamond. 2 outs, bases clear. Well, we had one game earlier today. It was really exciting. A 3-2 come-from-behind win for Team Jaquish. Because Team Jaquish won the ball game and won the majority of the innings, all 3 MVPs, when it was all said and done, were members of Team Jaquish. Amanda Chittister hit the home run that tied the ball game. She picked up MVP 1. Ternell Velo, a complete game performance by her, MVP 2, and Bubba Nichols, MVP 3. Another chance for Aguilar, and this one sneaks underneath her glove. So Jasmine Jackson is aboard. So Jackson, a lot of speed on it first here with 2 outs. Maybe she'll make something happen. So we'll go back to the leadoff hitter, Megan Wiggins. There goes Jackson. Throw down to second. Not in time. So Jackson, stolen base. That is 10 points for her.
It's a perfect pitch to steal on. That's a 47-mile-an-hour changeup, which gives her a pretty good head start. Still an on-the-money throw by Palacios behind the plate.
Down the left field line, foul. Oh, what a performance by Team Jaquish. They won all 3 of their games. And what made it so special is their captain, Savannah Jaquish, one of the best hitters in the world, did not have a great weekend swinging the bat. Savannah Jaquish had 8 stat points the entire weekend. 8, folks. But because her team won games, she won 150 points for win points, 170 for inning points, and she's currently 2nd on the leaderboard. Oh my! Megan Wiggins! Touch 'em all time! Her first homer of the season. It's a 2-run shot. And more inning wins for Team Osterman. A long time coming for Megan Wiggins, and she knew it.
She makes it look so easy. It's about time. Been waiting to see her go yard.
Good start to the day for Megan Wiggins. After winning the first 2 innings and that home run, she's already got 60 points next to her name, trying to move up the leaderboard. That ball hit by Jackson was officially scored as a single. So Jackson the single, the stolen base, and then scores on the home run by Wiggins. Two 2-0 to Hayward. She's not going to give away an at-bat. Hunting for points. 2-1. Seems like this has been consistently the issue with Groenewagen. She can get 2 outs, but then getting that last out and getting back into the dugout is so hard. 2-out run allowed in the first inning, and now with 2 outs, the single by Jackson and the home run by Wiggins. Beautiful off-speed pitch, 3-2. All right, what does she have to finish off Hayward? Good start to the day for Victoria Hayward. A double her first time up, now a walk. And the inning continues. I wouldn't be surprised if Victoria Hayward runs. Second walk allowed by Groenewagen. Players call the shots, so if Victoria Hayward wants to run, she can run. No owners, no general managers, no managers. Stewart in left. Reed makes the play, side retired. But Megan Wiggins, her first homer of 2021.
Pretty little swing by Megan Wiggins, getting her first home run of the season. Getting a couple win points for her team, inning points, atta baby.
Victoria Hayward, the first player to sign up with Athletes Unlimited. She's got her own softball card. It's our second limited edition softball card set. Sets feature 60 player cards plus 5 additional specialty cards that highlight standout moments from the league. Sets are $19.99 and available to purchase now through September 30th at Topps.com. One of those special moments, a no-hitter thrown by Kat Osterman back in week 1. I know it's early, but no one's got a hit off her today. We play our third inning. Sasha Palacios fouls it back. 0-1. Palacios, Moultrie, and McClenny. Shelby Penley not wearing the mask when she's hitting anymore, but she still wears it defensively. She broke her nose playing defense. No balls and 2 strikes to Palacios. Palacios beginning the day 49th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. She's got 3 hits in 16 at-bats. One of those hits being a homer. Foul. Fans, if you join us in person at the ballpark, you can get an exclusive NFT. It's a free Athletes Unlimited digital collectible. All you have to do is be here in person, scan the QR code. We'll roll out a new limited edition NFT each weekend this season. Collect all 5 and unlock a special offer. Grab your tickets and start collecting.
It's a good at-bat by Palacios, fouling off a lot of pitches.
See that elbow pad, elbow guard. Team Mexico colors. Palacios played in the Olympics for Team Mexico. And she'll get another pitch from Kat Osterman. This is your leaderboard. Amanda Chittister, just a monster weekend. Savannah Jaquish calling just the shots beautifully as the captain. Alicia Ocasio actually began the day in first, but her day is done. She will, at best, finish in the 3rd spot. More than likely, she'll hang on and be one of the captains. Kat Osterman's got a chance. If Kat pitches a gem, if Team Osterman wins a bunch of innings and wins the game, there's a chance, if Kat gets some MVP points, that she could be a captain. Now, if she's not, that's a news story. That's top of the fold news right there. She's been a captain ever since week 2 of Athletes Unlimited Softball last season.
This is such a good at-bat by Palacios. Fouling off all those away pitches, hacking out the drop in. See Gwen Svekis calling time to go out and figure out what she wants to throw here, knowing she's seeing a lot of pitches.
That's going to be the 10th pitch.
I maybe think of climbing the ladder a little bit. I haven't seen Kat go upstairs. Wouldn't mind seeing her go up.
Yeah, no one's been a captain more than Kat Osterman. Really not even close. You take the next 2 closest, add them together, and they add up to what Kat has. Now, if you're not familiar with the color of the jerseys worn by the players, it's all indicative of where the captain was at the beginning of the week on the leaderboard. If you're wearing gold, that is the #1 captain spot. Another foul ball by Palacios. If you're wearing orange, that means that you were the 2nd captain going into the week. Then you got light blue, and then you got purple. But that's what those colors mean. You can always see it beyond the left field wall when you have the flag signifying the 4 captains. Into center field. Man, what an at-bat for Palacios. She's going to get 20 points. She probably should get 30 or 40 just for extending Kat Osterman and firing up her club. That's the first base hit allowed by Kat Osterman.
So good, Sachel Palacios. Man, she battled this at-bat, saw so many pitches, goes down to get this low curveball. This is a beautiful piece of hitting. Legs out a double, gets the first hit for Team McClinney.
So Palacios, a great at-bat to start this 3rd inning. Now let's see if Team McClinney can move her over, move her in. Michelle Moultrie can handle the bat. Moultrie beginning the day 20th on the leaderboard. 20th out of 60 players. confident swing. 0-2.
Yeah, 4-3. Yeah, Meech. Yeah, Meech. Go get. Go get.
On 3 pitches, Kat Osterman strikes out Moultrie. That's 4 strikeouts for Kat, first time through the lineup.
And this is just too easy. The way she just snaps that ball off. Beautiful spin down in the zone. I mean, Michelle Moultrie doesn't have a chance at that pitch. So good.
So first time through the order, Kat strikes out 4, all 4 strikeouts swinging. Here's McClenny, the captain, trying to pick up her club. On the ground, fair ball. Malgut touches McClenny, 2 down. Moving to third goes Palacios. It's a big out. All right, here comes TV Tori Vidalis. First time up, she put a scare into Kat Osterman. Hit a ball deep into left field. Megan Wiggins with her shoulder blades against the wall, making the catch. And maybe a discussion of intentionally walking Vidalis. Wow, what respect. Tori Vidalis has not been in market for the first 2 games of this weekend. She comes back and she's gonna have the bat taken out of her hands. I think she's upset, but that's a huge win for a player like Tori Vidalis. Kat Osterman says no thank you.
And it's just a ton of respect on her name for sure.
So clearly looking for the lefty-lefty matchup because Aguilar is swinging as hot as a bat as anyone in the league. Ali Aguilar has 5 hits so far this weekend. 4 of the hits, extra base hits, 3 doubles and a homer. You can probably count the amount of times that someone's been walked to face her on one hand. Do you remember as a player when you were a hitter, someone getting walked before you and how that made you feel? That ever happened to you?
No. I don't recall too much, but I know that there's this anger when you're in the on-deck circle and someone walks to get to you like, oh, really? It's looking past me, huh?
Ali Aguilar, her first year in the league. Longtime member of Team USA. Sacramento native. Kat Osterman knows what she's doing. That is out number 3. A strikeout of Aguilar. That is the second strikeout of the inning. And Team McClenny leaves 2 on the base paths. Good job by Kat Osterman to get out of trouble. Good start for Team Osterman. They lead 3-0 over Team McClenny, bottom of the 3rd inning. What makes Athletes Unlimited softball so special is there's so many wonderful players, high-level players who are committed to play this year. In total, there are 21 Olympians of the 60 players that played in the Olympics that are playing in this year's Athletes Unlimited field. We've talked about how many times these players did wonderful things over in Tokyo. We asked them to share that journey with us.
The whole experience in Tokyo was like no other tournament I've ever been a part of. And I know a lot of that has to do with like the title, Olympics, right? And because once you get on the field, it's like any other game, right? But it's just, it becomes so much more because it's the Olympics and the whole world is watching.
I know everybody from every single team and a lot of them were playing at AU. So it's cool to be able to see them compete and then also play against them. And like on the field, obviously you're competing, but you know, you always get the little side comments like, hey, like, how are you? And so it's just fun to have that bond and be able to just compete with people that you know.
They have a little like fountain that says like Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and then they have the Olympic rings on the left. And I'm looking at the rings and I'm looking at the water, and I turn around and I see all the dorm buildings that everybody's in. And I'm like, oh my God, we're here. I was trying to keep my level head and make sure that I'm ready like mentally to play, but I lost it a little bit.
The medal was the first medal for Softball Canada in Olympic history, which is really cool. And that had been our goal, was to win a medal and make history for our country, which for anyone to make history for their country is something you dream about as a kid. And so that was incredible. What do you do when you feel like you kind of achieved a dream that you've had for 20 years? Like, it's like, so what next? And luckily I'm thrown into this, and this is what's next, and it's something to get excited about.
All the feels, huh, Danielle?
So many feels. But it is kind of cool that these women get to come and compete in this league.
Glenn Svekis is tagged out by Tori Vidalis.
So I know every Olympic athlete goes through something when the games are done, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, just because there's so much preparation to get to that point. It's 4 years of your life, and for a lot of these softball players that got to the Olympics, they've been playing with no Olympics for a really long time. Victoria Hayward has been on Team Canada since 2009. So to think about that grind and how much work goes into it with missing 2 Olympic cycles, she would have been a 3-time Olympian. Instead, she had to wait. And I think that's why it was so special for me. It was because I was very lucky to get to go in 2008, but I felt really just humbled to be in that moment with those women that have just continued to pave the way without an Olympic Games.
Yeah, clearly I wasn't in the room when things were being decided, but back in the day when softball was originally taken out of the Olympic program after 2008, the thinking was, well, geez, no one plays it around the world. Team USA dominates this. That hadn't been the case at all. Obviously wonderful players in the United States, but the world has progressed as well. 2008, Japan won the gold. Team USA won the silver. This past summer, Japan won the gold. Team USA won the silver. So the rest of the world not only competing at a high level, but have caught up and surpassed Team USA in the last 2 Olympics.
And I think they always kind of link baseball and softball together.
Hammered! Wow! Can't hit it any harder. Jessie Warren on her way to second. And that's a double with 1 out for Warren. 20 points for Jessie.
Such a good pull hitter. We saw her hit that one to Riley Sarton, her last at bat, and then pulls it kind of in the same direction, just with a little bit of extra height. Man, she can turn on it quick.
Last year, Jessie Warren led Athletes Unlimited in batting. Hit over 500 for the entire year. This year got off to a slow start, but that batting average starting to inch up again. She's now 9 for 28. She's got the batting average over 300. Here's Jordan Roberts. How about that? The golden ratio. Roberts wears number 41. She's currently 41st on the leaderboard. The magic of 41. 3-0, Team Osterman on top of Team McClenny. Team Osterman, they won the first inning, they won the second. Now they get a puncher's chance here in the third. Runner on at second, 1 out. Sarah Gronewagen is going to have a conversation with her catcher, Sachelle Palacios. And the rest of the infield's going to get together.
I feel like if I played in this league, I would have like a little business card that just was all my pitches, what I tend to kind of go to in certain counts. just my tendencies, what I like to be told when there's pressure. Do I like you coming out? To just be able to give to all the catchers. It could even be a note card, but just to like make it simple right off the bat. Just so they can kind of have that note card. They know, okay, Sarah Groenewegen wants me to come out and talk to her if there's a runner on second and there's some pressure. Just the littlest things. Because some pitchers don't like that. Like they like to be a lone wolf out there. Others like to kind of be coddled a little bit. I'm definitely someone that likes to be coddled. Like come out and like talk to me. Know that it's a 2-against-1 mentality.
3 balls and a strike to Roberts. That is a fair ball. Long throw across the diamond. Out number 2. Warren goes over to third. So 2 outs, runner on at third base. Tomorrow night at 9 Eastern Time, our college football experts take you coast to coast for the latest storylines from the gridiron and get you ready for this week's games. Don't miss Inside College Football on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. How worried were you when you were pitching and you had a runner on at second, that the runner at second was trying to steal signs?
Well, we try to make that so it doesn't happen, but I know it's like an unwritten rule in this league where they do not call signs from second base because they all know each other. They don't want to continue to have to keep rotating signs as catchers, so they have a set standard. The only thing that I think about sometimes is when there's a runner on second, if they see a changeup and they try to steal third. But for the most part, there's no stealing signs. There's no hitters at second base putting their hands up or down, I think, and if they do, it's when you kind of find yourself in the doghouse a little bit.
All right, this is now the 48th game of Athletes Unlimited softball dating back to last year. You're trying to tell me you've known every single pitch that's being thrown?
Not this year. They changed the signals up this year. They change them up every year, but you can kind of get the gist.
Wow. I had no idea. Once again, I'm playing checkers. Opportunity right here for Penley. All right, this has been the fly in the ointment for Groenewegen all season long. She's got 2 outs, but she's got to get to that dugout. Out number 3 is always the hardest to get. Jesse Warren on at third. Team Osterman scored their run in the first inning with 2 outs. They did the same in the second inning. Beautiful changeup. 49 miles per hour, just floats in there, and Penley can't pull the trigger. Double goes by the wayside. It's a scoreless third inning here in Rosemont, Illinois. Today's game is presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. Top of the 4th inning, 3-0 lead for Team Osterman over Team McClenny. We'd love to see you here at the ballpark in Rosemont, Illinois for game day. Wouldn't that be nice? Tickets, they're still available at auprosports.com/tickets. So 2 more full weeks of Athletes Unlimited softball action. Games Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Doubleheaders every day. Next weekend and the following weekend. Last year, after 5 weeks of play, Kat Osterman was our champion. This year she'll have some work to do, some ground to make up. She began the day 8th on the leaderboard, 8 out of 60 players. Erica Piancastelli walked to lead off the second. Cats allowed 3 base runners, 2 walks, 1 intentional, and a double by Sasha Palacios. Three-0 to Piancastelli. And Piancastelli's not just going to keep the bat on the shoulder. She'll be in attack mode. Sure seemed like Kat was pitching around Piancastelli.
Yeah, with a 3-0 lead, though, can't really see that happening, but that's Bianca Stelli's second walk of the game.
Second time that Cat has begun an inning with a walk, and the third straight inning that Team McClenny has had the leadoff batter aboard. Here's Riley starting Vaughn. We've got inning points on the line. This inning is worth 20 points to whichever side wins the inning. Got a Texas A&M Aggie batting against a Texas Longhorn. Get out of the way. Bunts laid down. Cat throws to first. Gave a pump fake to second base. So it's a sacrifice. 10 points for Sarton Vaughn. And Bianca Stelli moves into scoring position. Here's Abby Ramirez. Ramirez struck out first time at the plate. Abby Ramirez is from Chicago, and she has played on this field in 4 different leagues over the years. High school star at Trinity, played here as a high school player. Her travel program, they were known as the Beverly Bandits, Beverly, a neighborhood here in Chicago. They played on this field. And of course, after her stellar 4-year career at Michigan, she played pro ball in the NPF with the Chicago Bandits, their home field right here. And now Abby Ramirez, her second year with Athletes Unlimited. So if there is a blade of grass, a little bit of turf that's facing the wrong way, Abby knows about it. There's your dad, Ruben Ramirez. Called strike 3. Second time that Ramirez has struck out against Cat Osterman. 2 down.
This is where she tends to freeze up a lot of hitters. If she's not going down and in with that drop ball to lefties, it's that backdoor curveball. Pitch is gonna look like it's gonna hit a lefty and tail back in for a strike.
Here's Janie Reed. I don't know if it means anything, Danielle, but the first time through the order, Cat struck out 4 batters, all of them swinging strikeouts. Now, second time through the order, she has 2 strikeouts. Both of them have been looking. How much does Cat change her pitching style throughout the course of the game?
Well, I just think it's the relationship of both Gwen and Cat. So if Gwen Svekis behind the plate is seeing hitter tendencies at all and just saying, hey, that drop into lefties is really effective right now, let's stay there. But ultimately it is up to Cat. So it's always a feel thing. And as the game goes on, sometimes pitchers tend to get more into a rhythm and start to feel a little bit better. And it looks like that's kind of what's been happening with Cat. Just better spot on location with some of her pitches.
Right your way.
Nothing has changed over the years with the windup with Cat Osterman. She's always started with that 1 foot a little bit outside the other. She has the high hands and the deliberate wind and delivery. It's always been the same since she was a young player in Texas, the youngest member of Team USA in 2004 for the Olympic Games over in Athens. Just for 2 decades, it has been like an assembly line, the exact same thing every single pitch. This is what she did as a college player. Man, somehow just didn't win a Women's College World Series. So dominant, but just never had the offense to match her pitching. Wow, up by the eyeballs, and Janie Reed just couldn't lay off of it. So Cat walks Bianca Stelli to begin the frame and then gets the next 3 in order.
Whose walk-up song you like better, mine or Cat's? Okay. You and me, sis. Fire me up. Let's go. Let's have some fun, huh? 1, 2, 3. Hey. Oh, feet touch. Love ya. Let's go. Lock it down. Here you go.
Haley McClenny wearing a microphone out in center field, getting a chance to listen into her world. McClenny operating as a captain all week long. Haley McClenny, 3 straight days deciding to have Sarah Groenewagen start the ball game in the circle. Britt Vonk comes on to hit. First pitch she sees, bounces it to the shortstop, Ali Aguilar. 1 pitch, 1 out. Vonk was batting for Katiana Mauga. Here's Jasmine Jackson. Single and a stolen base, run scored her last time up. From San Jose, California. Groenewagen's been steady. This is now the second time through the order. Jasmine is the last batter that will face her for the second time. Then we'll go the third time through the order. Groenewagen has allowed 4 hits, 3 runs. A run in the first inning, which was unearned, and then 2 runs in the second on the 2-run home run by Megan Wiggins. Into left field. Easy play for Janie Reed. She's been busy. It's now the 4th putout for Reed. We've got 2 outs in the 4th inning. And third time through the order, does that mean that we're going to have a pitching change? It looks like Haley McClenny has decided that it's just not a good proposition to go through the order 3 times with the same pitcher. She does have good arms available, and Danielle O'Toole is going to be the new pitcher for Team McClenny. So while we have a moment, let's talk about some offense. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration is planting 100 trees. With that 1 swing of the bat back in the second inning by Megan Wiggins, that is now 200 trees planted. 2-run home run for Wiggins. Last year, same situation, over 36,000 trees were planted because of the AU Unlimited Athletes Unlimited softball season, thanks to Aspiration's support of rounding the bases. Monday's moving day. After today, we will have 4 new captains. And right now, it's Chittister, Jaquish, Ocasio, and Andrews. Chittister and Andrews have never been captains before. We have seen Jaquish and Ocasio just this past week working as captains.
I'd like to see Amanda Chittister as a captain. Be curious to see. I would like to see who they pick. Like, who's their first couple picks? Is it close friends? Is it more teammates that they played with Team USA? Kind of tells you a lot.
Megan Wiggins. Lefty-lefty matchup facing Danielle O'Toole.
Danielle O'Toole, one thing she does do is change speeds very well, but I think coming into just spot location right away, hit good spots. But I think this is a good change. 3rd time through the lineup. Go righty lefty, knowing that there's a good amount of lefties in Team Osterman's lineup.
The 3rd inning was tied. No one scored. No one has scored here in the 4th inning. So we already have the first 2 innings won by Team Osterman. Should Megan Wiggins get a hold of one here like she did in the 2nd inning, it would be another 2 innings won for Team Osterman. Both these clubs, Team McClenny and Team Osterman, trying to get fat here on Monday night because there haven't been a lot of points for inning wins or total wins this entire weekend. This weekend has been dominated by Team Ocasio and Team Jaquish. So it wasn't meant to be for Megan Wiggins. Good job by Danielle O'Toole. Comes out of the pen, strikes out Megan Wiggins, and it is another scoreless frame for both sides. To the 5th we go. There will be 30 inning points on the line. Three to nothing lead for Team Osterman as we play the top of the 5th inning. Jesse Warren's been a big part of today's game. All players were asked to talk about self-belief, a time of reflection, and how it affected their career. Here is Jesse Warren.
I had a lot of confidence issues growing up, so I think the game of softball helped me find that confidence in myself. And even, going into bad at-bats and bad games continuously and then losing that confidence again, really digging down and finding out what I can do as a player and as an athlete. And I think now it's really hard to take that confidence away from me as an athlete. Even if I am doing bad, it's kind of a so what mentality. Okay, I've been here before, I know what to do to get out of it. Now let's get to work and do that. So softball has just really helped me find confidence in life as well too. So I'm really appreciative of the sport in itself.
It's the second home run in as many days for Jesse Warren. That Believe You Will brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. Jessie Warren is an eyeful everywhere she goes. Plays with such confidence now as a professional. So how about Sasha Palacios? Her first time to the plate, she saw 12 pitches, ended up with a double into the gap. This time around against Kat Osterman, swings to the first pitch and bounces out. Crazy game, isn't it?
That's how it works sometimes.
Here's Michelle Moultrie. Struck out on 3 pitches in that 3rd inning. Ball and 2 strikes to Moultrie out of Jacksonville, Florida. Britt Vonk, who hit for Katiana Mauga, stays in the game at first base. Vonk played for the Dutch national team that did not make the Olympic field this summer. Vonk did play in the Olympics, but it was back in 2008.
She was a baby.
So were you.
I thought I was young, and then I would look at her, and I was like, she was only 17. That was pretty awesome that she got to experience that at 17 years old.
Moultrie went too far. So the strikeouts have been prolific for Kat Osterman. That is a new season high in strikeouts. She's got 8.
And Michelle Moultrie just definitely struggles off of Kat with that low in, and then you see her just going upstairs, just a little bit indecisive, and it just goes to show how much that ball is spinning and how much it looks like a strike.
Haley McClenny gets a 2-out base hit. So the captain McClenny is aboard for the first time, 10 points with the single. All right, some comeuppance now for TV Tori Vidalis. Her last time up was in the 3rd inning, and with 2 outs and a base open, she was walked intentionally. A lot of respect to Vidalis. This time there is no base open, and Kat will have to pitch to her. Vidalis began the day 11th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Hammered into center field, played perfectly by Hayward. She started on the warning track, had to come in to make the play. Nice job by Hayward to know the scouting report. Scoreless half inning here in Rosemont.
Can't get enough. Just can't get enough.
Things are getting interesting. A lot of rollover points on the line, 30 of them. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 lead for Team Osterman over Team McClenny. Wednesday night, 7 Eastern Time, CBS Sports Network hits the hardwood for a WNBA thriller as the Red Hot Suns look to continue their winning streak in a clash against the Liberty. It's all right here on CBS Sports Network. actually had some WNBA royalty in the building today. Natasha Cloud. On the ground, seeing eye base hit for Victoria Hayward. Hayward's had a nice day. That's the third time she's been aboard. A double, a walk, and now a single. So some much needed points for Hayward here in this final game of the weekend.
Just out of reach of Tori Vidalis. Have herself a day, Victoria Hayward.
All right, 30 points are on the line. This is the bottom of the 5th inning. So should Team Osterman scratch across a run, they will win the last 3 innings. Kelsey Stewart can handle the bat. We mentioned at the beginning of the day that Kat Osterman would need a really, really huge game to keep her streak up of being a captain. Well, she's on pace to have that really, really big game. Kat Osterman right now has 80 points with the outs recorded in the circle as a pitcher and also the inning points, 1 in the 1st and in the 2nd. Now, if she keeps throwing zeros and Team Osterman wins the ball game, they're going to win all the innings and win the win points. There goes Hayward down to 2nd, and she's safe. That's the 2nd stolen base of the evening for Victoria, who has got her hand in the cookie jar. She is just going after everything right now. She's got 2 hits, a walk, 2 stolen bases.
Just a little bit of a collision between the two. Good pick by Ali Aguilar.
Well, Hayward's going toe-to-toe with Kat Osterman. Kat's got 80 points. Hayward's got 78.
Might have briefly just kind of knocked the wind out of Ali Aguilar a little bit.
She get kicked in the chin. All right, we play on. Runner on 2nd with nobody out. This changes the at-bat for Kelsey Stewart. Ooh, yeah, the helmet. Got her right in the face. Stewart to the second baseman, Ramirez. Good play by Abby Ramirez. She throws out Stewart by a half step. That's the first out of the inning. And Hayward moves over to 3rd. That makes that stolen base so important for Hayward.
Yeah, this is a great play by Abby Ramirez. She's pinched up the middle a little bit. Tori Vidalis able to kind of scoop that up on the 1 hop.
All right, Gwen Svekis, a lot of different ways that she can plate this run. Fly ball to the outfield. And Hayward, who's on at 3rd, can tag up and score. Looks like a ground ball to the infield won't score Hayward. They're playing in all the way across. Two balls and a strike to the catcher, Svekis. She's earned her keep catching Kat Osterman. Kat and her pitching a shutout through 5 innings. Five-pitch walk to Svekis. 8 points for Svekis, second time that she's walked in the ballgame. And runners on at 1st and at 3rd. Just 1 out. Jessie Warren is next. Warren's hit the ball hard twice. First time up. Crushed the ball. 3rd baseman Riley Sarton-Vaughn couldn't make the play. was actually ruled an error on Sarton Vaughn. Last time up, she doubled. That was a true suicide squeeze. You had Hayward charging down the line, and Warren fouls it back.
Bringing out her short game, Jessie Warren.
You ever tried 2 pitches in a row? Warren's going to have the battle. Jessie has struck out once on the season. 1 strikeout in 28 at-bats. That's what O'Toole's looking for. Middle of the infield's moved back a little bit. Oh, a strikeout. Good job by O'Toole. Most important pitch of her night, right there.
This is a big-time strikeout by Danielle O'Toole. Goes upstairs, gets Jessie Warren chasing up out of the zone.
One more out to get for O'Toole. Jordan Roberts. Off-speed working real well. Inning began, Victoria Hayward. Base hit. Hayward stole second base, moved to third on the ground out by Stewart. Svekis has walked. There's now 2 outs. If Hayward scores from third, it'll mean 30 points for everyone on Team Osterman. I find that interesting, the way that Hayward's not taking her lead, but the way that she's getting started at third. Her foot's right next to the bag, but I guess it's next to it? Touching it on the side?
It just has to be touching the base.
Great job by O'Toole. Danielle O'Toole got herself into trouble and then got herself out of trouble. She strikes out Warren, she strikes out Roberts, no damage done. Kat Osterman. She pitched a no-hitter earlier this year, but you could make the argument that today she's actually been more dominant.
Yeah, she's been really lights out. Really used that drop ball into those lefties as well as gone away. But look at that movement on those pitches. She goes up in the zone a couple times as well. She's found her groove for sure and just continued to get better as this game has gone on.
Kat Osterman needed a phenomenal performance to even consider being in the top 4 when this week ends and captains are decided. And she's got that phenomenal performance, but she needs to keep on keeping on. She needs 6 more outs. This is a huge 40-point inning for both sides. Whoever wins this inning will get 40 points. We've been tied 0s since the 3rd inning. Here's your updated leaderboard. Kat is currently 6th, 954 points. Now remember, we have these inning points, we have the win points, and MVP points still pending. This may be the best opportunity for Team McClenny. You got Allie Aguilar, Erica Piancastelli, and Riley Sarton Vaughn. 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Yeah! 3-0. Kat has had 1-2-3 inning. That was back in the first. There's the strike she needed to have. Tough chance for Stewart. Gonna have to hurry. In time. What a play, Kelsey Stewart. That may be challenged. Haley McClenny understands how important that call was, and she has already touched the top of her head and said, I'd like to use my captain's challenge. You get 2 of them, and this late in the game, you might as well burn it up. The call on the field was out, and do we have undisputable video evidence to overturn it? Wow, that's a great call at first. Rachel Palmer, our replay official, is going to have the final verdict. She's looking at what we're looking at.
The call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out.
Rachel Palmer is nails. She's quick. She's efficient. I love me some Rachel Palmer. I guess it does help too. We got the guys in the truck and the women in the truck getting all the shots and making sure that we got them up and ready to be seen. All right, fantastic stuff. So a tip of the captain, Kelsey Stewart. She gets the out at first base, and the dangerous Aguilar is retired. Here's Erica Piancastelli. Kat has not been interested in throwing her a strike today. Piancastelli has walked twice. Why doesn't Kat just intentionally walk her? It's clear that Piancastelli's not going to chase.
I should know by now.
Piancastelli had 9 homers in 15 games last year. She's got 2 homers so far this season. Man, did she take a cut.
You can feel those swings as a pitcher for sure.
It's maybe the biggest remaining at bat that Kat Osterman has to get through. Three 3-0 lead for Team Osterman, but they don't want to give up a run this inning and lose inning points. Kat has struck out 8.
I think she kind of lost this one. This is probably an off-speed curve. She just wasn't able to get that good grip on it.
Who's grunting? Is that Kat or is that Piancastelli?
That's Kat.
It's been a winless weekend for Kat Osterman. Never said that before. Her team lost on Saturday, lost again yesterday. Trying to salvage something here on Monday evening. So far, so good. Kat has given up just 2 hits. Has not given up a run. Big pitch to Piancastelli. Well foul. All right, this is updated. Kat now needs 153 points to make the top 4 and continue being a captain. That's doable. What she would need to do to get there is to continue with this shutout, have her team win all the innings, win the game, an extra 50 points, and then she'd have to be MVP 1. And if she throws a complete game 2-hit shutout, she's going to be MVP 1, you would think. So this is doable for Kat to finish in the top 4 and continue her streak of being a captain for an 8th straight week. And we've got these rollover innings. This inning is worth 40. Now, if we continue to have zeros the rest of the game, no one scores another run, all those inning points are going to go to Team Osterman because they won the last inning, which was the second. Then you get 50 points for winning the game, and MVP 1 would give her that 60 points that I think would put her over the hump. Can I put my shoes back on? I'm tired of counting.
One at bat by Bianca Stelli. Going on the 11th pitch of this at bat, really making Kat work.
And we'll do it again.
Another foul off. Look at that big old swing.
'99th pitch of the ball game for Kat Osterman. High pop up, will it be playable? Foul territory, Warren runs out of room. Kat's got to be gassed. She has thrown 99 pitches. Seems like half of them have been to either Erica Piancastelli or Sasha Palacios. Actually, a quarter of the pitches she has thrown, a quarter of them, 25, have been to either Palacios or Piancastelli in those two extended at-bats.
Yeah, they're seeing her well and seeing a ton of pitches. See what she goes to here for 100th pitch of the ball game.
So Piancastelli wins the battle. Third time that Piancastelli has walked. So she doesn't have anything in the field of play yet today, but she's got 24 points because of the 3 walks. Here's Sarton Vaughn. Laid down a sacrifice last time up. And remember, Kat Osterman is the captain. She makes all the decisions. Haven't seen any activity in the bullpen, so this is her situation to get out of. And I think that at bat by Piancastelli may have tired out Kat Osterman. Playable on the infield. Penley, 2 down. Yeah, you just keep waiting for Kat Osterman to give in, and she just doesn't ever give in. All right, Abby Ramirez, this is her spot in the lineup, but it will not be Ramirez hitting here. With 2 outs and a runner on at first, looking for a little bit more thump, Haley McClenny decides that Sydney Romero is a good option. So the former Oklahoma All-American will grab a bat.
Jessica Burrows in the bullpen, kind of starting to get warm. Just having a tough time getting that backdoor curve. That's usually a money pitch for Kat on the outside part of the plate to the righties. She's able to lock in for a strike.
Club down the left field line, foul. Danielle, this is just one of those small, subtle things about Athletes Unlimited. It's a 3-0 game. Sydney Romero does not represent the potential tying run or the potential go-ahead run, but it's tense right now because of the inning points, the rollover inning points, 40 points, which is a big number for everyone on the team that wins the inning. That's why this makes the scoring system so unique and so special. Foul ball.
Well, and these athletes know that too, right? So as much as they're competitors and they want to move up the leaderboard, sometimes the only way that you realistically can do that is if you're able to win majority of the inning points and win those ball games. You can have a great game but lose and still find yourself not moving up. And I think they know that. And if they want to be those captains and anticipating being up there in the top 4, the draft coming tomorrow, it's a big inning.
Thrown out of first. And Bianca Stelli is back with a dive. Seen that for 2 years. Sveka's behind the plate, plays with no fear. She'll fire to any bag. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Got her! Oh man, Kat Osterman had to really work in the 6th inning, but she gets Romero and the side is retired. No runs crossed once again.
Pretty pitch by Kat Osterman. Finds a way to just get herself out of the inning. Hum, babe.
Welcome back, everyone. Athletes Unlimited Softball presented by Geico. Shelby Penley wearing a microphone today. Let's listen into her evening.
I like it. You're right. That was a drop in, off-speed curve. My nose won't stop running. It's so annoying. Jesse, if we do that, we got to be in 1 back. So Stuart can be at second. Hey, Stuart. Something in this 5-6, I gotta come here. 2-2-2.
Danielle, you know what she means by we have to be in 1 back?
I do not.
Okay. Question for next week. Shelby Penley leads things off. It'll be Penley, followed by Vonk, and then Jackson. Danielle O'Toole, her 2nd full inning of work. She's been magical. She has faced 6 batters and struck out 3 of them. All 3 of her strikeouts have been swinging. Tense late in the ball game. 40 points on the line. This is the home half of the 6th inning, so should Team Osterman score a run, they get theirs 40 points. Looking towards the 7th inning, if Team McClenny doesn't score, the game's over. All the inning points and the win points will go to Team Osterman. Line smashed, but right at the 2nd baseman. Abby Ramirez has done a nice job defensively tonight.
That's perfect placement right at her. This was a hot shot too.
Here's Britt Vonk. Britt Vonk is never afraid to try something hard. She's from the Netherlands. Native tongue is Dutch. Chose to play collegiate softball at Cal, obviously a great academic school, and doing it in her 2nd language. Lays down a bunt and it squirts foul. That was with 2 strikes, wasn't it? Now that's the second strike. Okay, I was looking at the scoreboard and I saw 2 strikes. Goodness. All right, so the at-bat continues for Vonk. That hits her. Hit her when she was out of the box, so that'll be an out. Vonk just nubbed it and it grazed her as she was out of the box, and she is out automatically. 2 down.
Yeah, and gets caught up in her left shoulder.
Scored 2 unassisted. So the catcher unassisted, credited for that out. Here's Jasmine Jackson. So back-to-back Cal Golden Bears batting here in the 6th inning. All the runs in today's game scored in the first 2 innings. In the first inning, a smash off the bat of Jesse Warren scored Victoria Hayward from third base. It was ruled an error on the third baseman, Riley Sarton-Vaughn. In the second inning, a 2-run home run by Megan Wiggins. That's it. We've been stuck at 3-0 for a while. Both sides, Team McClenny and Team Osterman, have not won this weekend. They're both 0-2. Both sides desperate for points any way they can get them.
I think Danielle O'Toole has done a really nice job coming into this game. She's kept Team Osterman off balance a lot, mixed speeds well. Used her defense a ton.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Should Jackson keep this inning alive, Megan Wiggins will bat. Danielle O'Toole. Wonderful job by her. She faces 9 batters, and she gives up just 1 hit, and she strikes out 4. Tip of the cap to Danielle O'Toole. 3-0 score. The 7th is next. Seventh inning. Take a look at the Geico defensive play of the game.
Little Kelsey Stewart action up the middle, getting her teammate, Allie Aguilar.
Every defensive play super important when you got a pitcher's duel. Kat Osterman working on a shutout. 2 hits allowed, no runs through 6 innings. Game and inning points hanging in the balance. Janie Reed leads things off. It'll be Reed, Sasha Palacios, and Michelle Moultrie, unless we have some substitutions. Humpback liner right to Stewart. 1 down. I'm going to blow your mind, Danielle. Kat Osterman, if she gets these next 2 outs without a run scoring, more than likely she is going to be atop the leaderboard. She will be the #1 captain.
Really?
I was just handed a note. Kat Osterman gets 3 outs, no earned runs. High pop-up Palacios, playable. Jackson. Oh no! She dropped it! Palacios out at second! Oh, what a blunder! Sasha Palacios had an opportunity and she's cut down at second. That was almost disastrous for Team Osterman. Oh, making it out on the base path.
Clutch defense, but the one thing to remember, anyone watching, when you're running the bases, when that ball goes up in the air, you just want to go hard out of the gate right away, because that can happen. And I think if she would have went hard right from the time that popped up, I think she would have been able to get to 2.
It's actually ruled an error. And now Sarah Gronewagen is going to pinch hit. First time we've seen Gronewagen hit here in the game. Technically not a pinch hit performance, just an insertion for Gronewagen. All right, so Kat Osterman, if she gets this last out, she will have 1,078 points. If she gets MVP 2, she'll be one of the 4 captains. If she gets MVP 1, which most assuredly she will get, she'll be the leader on the leaderboard. Called strike 3. Kat Osterman has done it. Oh, a gem on a Monday night for Kat. A complete game, 2-hit shutout. And Kat, when this is adjusted for MVP votes, we are going to see her in the top 4, and we believe we will see her in the top spot. Just incredible. We will talk to Kat Osterman when we come back to Rosemont, Illinois. Yet another gem in the long, great career of the Kat. Welcome back, everyone. What an exciting way to end our Monday and week 3 here with Athletes Unlimited Softball. This is an updated leaderboard brought to you by Geico. Kat Osterman, after her gem, currently in the 5th spot with 1,078 points. But, folks, we still have MVP votes to come out. If you're the MVP 1, you get 60 points, add 60 to that total, and Kat will be in the top spot and the number 1 captain. How about that? Now, we still don't know that's a fact yet, but more than likely, you pitch a complete game shutout, and you're going to be MVP 1. Kat, congratulations. Just an incredible performance. Almost as dominant, if more dominant, than the no-hitter you had a couple of weeks ago. You had 10 strikeouts.
Yeah, you know, Gwen and I started getting in a groove the other night. Didn't actually throw that too many bad pitches. They just put some good swings on some quality pitches, and we just kind of decided to change our game plan just a little bit. But I was feeling better physically. It's been a grind, obviously, coming off Tokyo and everything. So I think the grind has added up, and I was getting a little bit tired, but did some recovery this week and felt good going into today. So definitely my best performance so far.
Kat, is it in the back of your brain knowing that you were in the top 8 and that you had to have a great performance today to get yourself up in that captain spot potentially?
You know, I knew I was in the 8th spot, but I kind of went into the game like not really, I don't want to say not caring, but not caring. Like I had to go ahead and take care of business and help us get a win regardless, and let the points take care of themselves, which, you know, it's a different mindset after last year because I just was up there so much because I threw a lot more than I am this year. But, you know, I knew a great performance would obviously give me a shot, but at the same time just wanted this team to get a W today.
You had just a wonderful cat and mouse game, both with Sasha Palacios and then later with Erica Biancastelli, both extended at bats. What's it like when you get into the rhythm and it takes literally a dozen, sometimes more pitches just to get through that at bat?
Yeah, you know, they were both 2 really great at bats. Sash battled really well, which is probably the best at bat I've had against her. And then, you know, Erica, same thing. But it gets a little bit more of a mental grind. You try to figure out, okay, where are they looking and where can I put it where they may just get enough of it that they put it in play. And then there's other times where, you know, Stelly, I think, had one that went foul by probably about 2 or 3 feet. And it's like, geez, can that just stay fair already? Can we end this war? So it was a great battle. Enjoy those moments. It just mentally you have to stay focused.
And lastly, Kat, I have to ask, how was it finally getting to have Gwen Svekis behind the dish?
It was good. You know, I think the best thing is obviously she saw me at my prime last year and being able to throw really well, and so she's been able to talk me through what things look like from her perspective, which is different. So that way I could kind of, you know, get a little bit more comfortable again. So I think tonight you saw the drop ball moving just a little bit more in the strike zone, which is nice to see, and as always, have fun playing with her.
Well, Kat, not just a great performance to you, great performance to your entire team. Just with the inning and the win points, you guys all got 120 points, so congratulations.
Thank you guys very much.
One of the great competitors of this wonderful game, Kat Osterman, yet another wonderful performance. Kat Osterman, as we speak, currently in the 5th spot, but that's going to change. We still have MVP points that will be awarded, and if Kat Osterman gets MVP 1, she will jump into the top spot. And we're being told that she's MVP number 2. Yeah. So she will be in the top 4. This hasn't been... All right, so she's going to be one of the captains. We don't think she's going to be number 1, but she will be in the top 4. All right, so something to think about. Let's take a look at the offensive moment of the game brought to you by Bat Club USA.
Just Megan Wiggins stepping up. Her first home run of the season. This was clutch. She knows this field well. Big moment for her, stepping up for Team Osterman.
So a wonderful ball game. We had 2 fantastic ball games today. 3-2 winner by Team Jaquish over Team Ocasio earlier today. And now a complete game, 2-hit shutout by Kat Osterman. 3-0 is the final score on a Monday night. Team Osterman over Team McClenny. That'll wrap it up for our doubleheader here in Rosemont. For Danielle Laurie and our entire production crew, I'm Eric Collins. We'll see you next Saturday.